Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light. Remember when Yahushua said, "Do you love me, Peter?" And he was like, "Yes, I love you." He was like, "Feed my lambs." And then he was like, "Do you love me, Peter?" And he was like, "Yeah, you know I love you." He was like, "Feed my sheep." And then Yahushua was like, "You love me, Peter?" And Peter was like, "You know I love you, man. You know that. You know everything. You know I love you. Feed my sheep." Now, what if Yahushua asked you if you loved him? Would you be like Peter? Well, we would probably be like the same way, right? "Yes, I love you." Well, then he would say, "Feed his lambs" to you, wouldn't he? You don't change, so I'm sure he would probably do the same. And then he'd probably ask you again, right? "Do you love me?" Whatever your name is. And then you would say, "Come on now, you know everything. You know I love you. Feed my sheep." So does it make sense what's going on here at the School of Marvelous Light? Ain't it obvious? What's going on here? If you love me, then feed my lambs, man. Okay, little flock. That who the grandson talking to? The little flock. A flock of lambs, sheep. That's who the grandson talking to. So, hope it's making sense. I hope it's making sense. Do you love me? You know I love you. Well, then feed my little flock, man. Nah. How often do the flock need to be fed? And what do the flock need to be fed? I mean, isn't that what's obvious? If you were hired and you were brought on to a workforce and a shepherd said, "Okay, I want you to feed my lambs and my sheep," wouldn't you say, "Well, what do they eat and how often should I feed them?" And then he's going to show you. "As you have seen me do, you do likewise." Come on, y'all. Because if you do what Yahushua doing, then you do what the Father doing. I mean, ain't it obvious? And why? Because Yahushua said, "I and the Father are one. And I only do what I see my Father doing." So then if you do what you see me doing, then you doing what the Father doing. All right now. Now Yahushua loved the Father. And he loved the Father. So he feeds the lambs and the sheep of the Father. And he treats them as his own. Even so far as to give his life up. Don't you see it? So if we follow like Yahushua, then we're going to be a shepherd. Like Abba is. A husbandman like Abba is in our life. Now, the shepherd dwells among the sheep, and he watches over the flock. So that's part of the feeding them. Is a tender keeper. In other words, a husbandman. Isn't that what you call somebody who raises livestock? Raises like horses, and you call that husbandry. See? Y'all see how it working? So he is making us in like fashion by us following him. And we give up our life, our daily toils, and we follow that. So like I said, I'm using this, what we're doing here, as an example for all members of the little flock to do likewise. Which is, if you see me able to come to you on a daily basis, at any time, freely, and feed you, Well, I'm doing that when the master tells me to do it. And I'm free to do that because I have given up my life to simply wait for the orders of the master to come to me to tell me what I need to do for the lambs. Sometimes he'll say, correct them. They're going that way. Sometimes he'll say, speak compassionately to them because they're going through this today. Sometimes he'll say, warn them of this because this is coming. That's feeding the sheep. That's the food they eat. Spiritual things. Hidden things. The hidden manna. So you have to be a partaker of the hidden manna in order to feed it. And the only way you could be a partaker is to have given up your life. To have died. You see? I do what I see the Father doing. When He speaks, I speak. Well, you can only do that if you're waiting. If you're in the silence and waiting. Then when He moves, you move. And when He speaks, you speak. And in turn, you'll be feeding those lambs and those sheep. Don't you see it? Because like I said, all like sheep have gone astray. So someone has to come and get you when you go astray. You're not going to be left out there because Yahushua said, I'm not going to lose any of mine. If I have 99, if I have 100 sheep, and one goes away, will I not leave the 99 to go search for the one? So that I can nourish him and feed him? Give him green pastures. Now, do you read Psalm 23? Nah, we're going to read it real quick. And when we read it, I want you to visualize yourself as a little lamb when you're reading this. Okay? You have to visualize yourself as a little lamb, a little helpless little lamb. Okay? That's the visualization when you hear these words. Now close your eyes and picture yourself as this lamb and listen. Psalm 23. We're going to read it all the way through starting at verse 1. For those who want to follow, that may not know what we read. Abba is my shepherd. I shall not want. Want means lack. I shall not lack anything. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. Now visualize yourself, little lamb, see? Abba is my shepherd. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. That's where you feed, see? He leadeth me beside the still water. You see, a peaceful place is where He leads me. He restores my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness. For His name's sake I am. Yeah. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why, little lamb? Remember, you're a lamb. Why aren't you afraid, even though you're walking through that dark valley? Why? For you are with me, Abba. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepared a table before me in the presence of mine enemies, right in front of them. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Truly, it's just true. If you know it, then you know it. It's just true. Surely goodness, truly goodness, y'all hear that, little flock? And mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Abba forever. The temple I will dwell in my spiritual body forever with Abba. Everywhere I am, there he is. For he is I am. So wherever I am led, he is with me. Hear that, little flock? Get that manna on your tongue and let it rejuvenate you today. Wherever you find yourself today, he's with you in it. You seek his voice. You drown out all the other voices, for they are vain and lies and deceits and tricks. And you wait for that still small voice that lead you out of your circumstance, right into those green pastures we just read about. And he makes your enemies watch as he carry you out of there. I know this by personal experience, Israel. Will you not trust him fully today? The one who led you by your hand out of Egypt, in the face of your enemies, right in front of them. And what could they do to stop it? You tell me today. What could they do to stop the strong arm of my Father? What could they do, Israel? So then what can they do today to stop you from coming out of your valley of the shadow of death, from coming out of that prison house, from coming out of that low estate, from coming out of your poverty, from coming out of your shame, from coming out of your guilt, right in front of their faces? What should we say unto these things? That they are not glorious? They are glorious in our eyes. Are they not, little flock? That though we be ashamed for a moment, we shall be glorified forevermore. Forever. Everlasting life he has given us, because we have come into his temple. Now who gonna destroy Abba Yah's temple? You tell me today. Who gonna destroy my Father's temple? Who can do it? Romans thought they could do it. Persians and Babylonians and Greeks and they all thought they could do it. But we still standing. Still standing here. I'm unfazed. I am unbothered. I am unwavering. I am not apologizing for burning this Ruach HaKodesh through your eardrums, because I am overcoming. I am prevailing. Strip off the garments of sin and iniquity and death, and put on your life everlasting that has been gifted to you by Christ divine. For it is yours by divine right. Will you have it today, or will you sell it for a momentary experience in the flesh? How you feel about that flesh you in? What's your feelings about it? Well, let's tell you the right thought so that you can get the right feelings. The right thought about that flesh you in is that it don't exist. So think about other things in your life that do exist. You look at them, you acknowledge them, you maybe protect them, maybe you clean them and nourish them. Whatever you do to the things that you say exist. Well, how do you feel about the things that don't exist? You actually don't feel nothing about it. Oh, goodness gracious. I said, goodness gracious. I said, goodness gracious. You see? You see? So he said, take no thought. Because if you take no thought, then you won't have no feelings. Because feelings just follow thoughts. That's all they do. That's all that they do. I said, that's all that they do. Now you got the blueprint. If you wise, is you hearing that today, little flock? Did you get the hidden manna of that? Feelings only follow thoughts. That's what feelings are designed to do. Feelings are the woman. Thoughts are the man. If you can follow what I'm saying to you, the wife follows the husband wherever he goes, whether that's in righteousness or sin. She will indeed follow him, because that's what feelings do. they follow thoughts. So men, what are you valuing today? Because whatever you are valuing today, so will your woman, dummy. So will the woman, dummy. If you're valuing money, why are you surprised when that woman gets with you, she only is with you for money? Why are you surprised by that? Why are you vexed by that? Why are you perturbed by that when that is what you love? All you care about is the latest fashion. So you get with a woman who that's all she cares about is you buying her the latest fashion, because that's what your body is doing with you. That's who you're worshiping. It wants the latest fashion, not the spirit. What does the spirit have need of fashion for? Can you tell me that? Oh yeah, we're eliminating all the wiles of the devil. See what he's been tricking y'all with. I told you, man, what do you love? Now guess what? When you love truth, guess what your woman gonna love? Guess what she's gonna value when you start to value right thought? Guess what she'll value? When you start to hold kindness, patience, long suffering in the highest esteem, then what will she hold in the highest esteem? Whatever you do, nigga. So y'all have built your own trap and you're mad about it, but you put yourself in it out of your own lust of your own heart, as the scriptures have said. So that's why he said, if you love me, then you would feed my sheep. That means do what I'm doing right now so that you can go, oh, well, damn, I didn't think about that. Wow. Maybe I should try thinking like that now. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should read Yahushua's words and see if it says that. Wow. Oh, see, I'm the finger pointing and poking your brain, making it go think. Do something. Test. See if what he's saying is true. All that. That's what I'm doing. Provoking you to emulation. That's what the scripture says. How can you provoke? You poke. That's how. Somebody poking you, you be like, man, you provoking me, bro, to do something. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm provoking you to stop being scared. See? That's what I'm doing. I'm provoking you to do something other than wrong. I'm provoking you to do something other than kill yourself. Don't you get it? That's what food do to your body. I just want y'all to understand. The food is only put in your mouth so that you can live, man. I know y'all think it's so it can taste good and crunch and squish all in your teeth and get all this watery mouth and all that. That's part of it. But the food is for fuel. That's right. So that you can go somewhere. So when your car ran out of gas, the lamb, he didn't have no fuel. We'll feed him some fuel. See? Put some fuel in him so that he can go. So all the men that didn't know what the problem was, you're chasing money. So is the woman. You are a match, man. You're a match made. Why are you mad about that? All you do is chase money all day, and you're mad because she's chasing your money. You're mad because she's just like you? That's weird. You're chasing vanity all day, thinking you're doing something. Yes, I'm a black belt 10 times in jujitsu, and I've also taken Aikido, and I've been all over the world and traveled. I've been with all kinds of exotic women all over the world, and I've tasted the best wine and smoked the best cigars, and I've rubbed shoulders with the best friends of men that you could ever have, and the most powerful men in the world. And vanity! Because while you're doing that, the woman you attract will be just like you. You'll be going to the engagement that you have for your business. She wants to come too, because she wants to rub shoulders with all those important people just like you do. She's just like you. See? That's all I hear out here is y'all swallowing up manna. Ah, tasty. Delicioso. You see? Yum, 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 yum. That's all I hear. Crunch, kitty, crunch, crunch. Hey, you in the back sucking your teeth. Hey, you gotta stop sucking your teeth, man. Okay, that's a little irritating, brother. I know it's so tasty and good, but you gotta stop sucking your teeth so loud, man. Be considerate, brother. Look at them over there belching. Come on, man. Y'all getting ridiculous now. Y'all burping and shit, laying back, rubbing your stomach. You see? That's what happens when you get fed. You get the itis and want to lay around and just lay in the green pastures by the still water and take a good nap. That's what we just read. So when they lead you into some circumstance, Abba is right there with you. He like, just look at me. I told y'all about what happened to me when they tried to lock me up, talking about I'm going to be locked all up and get a felony and be indicted and all this stuff. Well, I walked right on out of there, right in front of the face of my enemies that told me I was going to be locked up. I walked right past those guys and left. I walked right past them. Bye-bye. See ya. All I did was keep focusing on Abba's words. Abba told me this is a lie. So your illusion will only last for so long. If you just knew that, little flock, you wouldn't be afraid of his illusion. It only lasts for so long. It's temporary. He thinks he's God, but he's lying because everything he makes is temporal. Your body is temporal. Uh-oh. Ain't it? God makes things eternal. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Yeah. You see? But somebody out there making temporary stuff, trying to make it seem like it's eternal. Oh, no. That's that lie. You see? That's that lying dragon Yahweh off, who just speaks blasphemous words. That's all he do is talk shit. That's all he can do. But he gonna be destroyed with the brightness of Yahushua's coming. That's the way it working. And he getting destroyed right now. What can he do with what we're talking about right now? What can you combat this doctrine with? That's what I want to know. I've been saying it for a long time. Nobody could figure it out. And those days are over. I'm not about to wage war and fight nobody. Nope, I'm chilling at peace now. We're in the time of peace. You see? Whatever the world do, we do the opposite because we're opposite of the world. The world is coming into a time of war. That means it's time for you to come into peace. That's right. Enter into your rest, he said. Still waters, green pastures. You hear that? So when they do this little valley of death, little thing they're about to try to do on the lambs, just remember who you're walking with, just like we just read. And when they do this famine and everybody's starving to death and can't eat, didn't he say, I prepared a table for you and right in front of their faces? In other words, a buffet. I made a buffet for you to eat right in front of their faces. We're eating it right now. This is the buffet. If it's not, then how come it's being served up so often? Remember when you used to have to go to church on Sunday for maybe an hour or 2 hours to get a word? So you were getting manna, so-called manna, from someone once a week, and where you were getting a cracker, see, the fake manna, and wine. 3D. Everything is 3D with these guys. You're supposed to come to the temple, which is the source of the Ruach in a person, coming out of them. You go to them and they will give you the cracker on your tongue, see, the manna, and the juice, which is the blood of Yahweh. They will feed you that. And then you will grow thereby. That's actually what's happening here at the School of Marvelous Light. That's why the messages are coming so often, so many. That's why, guys. That's why. Because it's a buffet set right here. And whoever wants to come here and eat, you're going to get plenty of eating because there's plenty to eat here. You just have to be patient and sit and listen. You see? I was like, Abba, why you got me making the videos like this now? I used to just pull my camera out and just record and just talk to y'all. Y'all could see my face and everything. But now I be having to do it like this. Well, Abba got me doing it like this for my own reasons. He showed me why. But actually, what physically happened was my phone just was using up too much memory, and my videos would be getting cut off mid-sentence. I'd be doing a video, and the video would just get cut off because I wasn't having enough memory. I said, I'm not about to keep doing that. So I learned a new technique. Well, that requires me to be off the camera and just recording my voice. You see, it's a lot less memory being used there. And that's why I did it. It's not because I want to hide myself or anything, because I was obviously all out there on the camera and stuff before, but I just told you guys why. It was a memory issue. The device I got ain't got no memory. So I have to just use the small amounts of memory. Well, I can do that by voice recording, like which I'm doing right now. And then edit it through some software and upload it. Saves me a lot of memory. Well, I was doing that because he wants you to hear the words. See how it's spiritual? It's higher than just your phone don't got no memory. No, that just was done so that you would do the thing I want you to do, which is use your words, not your physical appearance. Not that y'all guys can't see me. I mean, I'm still using my picture right there. It's not about that. It's just proving that you should be listening to the words. Hear ye him. He didn't say look at him. He said hear him. You hear? You see? Hear ye him. So that's what we're doing here at the School of Marvelous Light. That's why the buffet is served up. Now they're starving for this kinds of stuff. What? The answers to life. The answers to what things are. That's what they are starving for. He's serving it up real nice and hot right here every couple hours for you guys. Isn't he wonderful and loving? And like I said, he's left so much manna that you can just go back and there's hundreds of videos that will equip you as to how to deal with what you're going through right now. I can assure you of that. I can assure you of it. You will get the answers you're looking for. You just listen to the words. Because that's all that this is here for, is the word to go forth. That's it. So you just turn blind to all the 3D, because the word, is it 3D? Can you see it coming out my mouth? No, you can't. But you can hear it. Spiritual. See? Everything we do is spiritual over here. So that manna that just fell down on us, let's sit back and relax and eat that. Drink us some wine and relax here and take a good nap. Silawam Israel.